Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Minecraft Snapshot 22W42A is here. Now, before we jump into this, I do quickly want to say, as soon as this video has uploaded, I will be streaming on my channel, showcasing everything new within this update. So if you want to check out a live stream and maybe uncover secrets or stuff like that, then check on my channel as it should be there. But anyway, this isn't actually a snapshot for 1.20. Before we show everything that's new, it says we are now releasing the first snapshot for 1.19.3. You might be thinking this was a snapshot for 1.20, but times are changing. Going forward, we are taking a bit of a different approach to how we release minor and major versions for Minecraft Java Edition. Essentially, we will be releasing minor versions more often. You can find out more about it here. That will be linked in the description. In this snapshot, we're introducing feature toggles. This is just like Bedrock Edition. Bedrock Edition has feature toggles, experimental toggles. They're now being moved to Java Edition as well, which you might have seen in a post we released yesterday. This means we can add a toggle for update 1.20 features, but still release versions for 1.19.3, 4, 5, and so on. So that means you will now have to actually turn on features for 190 or 120. When you load into this snapshot, you'll be given everything in 119.3. But to access 1.20 things, you'll need to activate them through a toggle. I'll show you all that in-game in a second. So, when you actually make a new world, you obviously have to click Create New World. If you have no worlds in your Create New World options, then it will just instantly bring you to this screen. Now, when you actually load a data pack, as you can see, bundles and update 120. They are two different experimental options, which is kind of weird. But if you want bundles, then you click on this one and it will add it. If you want update 1.20, you click on that one and it will add that one. You can once again remove bundles. We're going to enable both of them just to see obviously what it does. And then you'll also be given this experimental screen warning with three options. Back, basically cancelling what you have just done. Details, which will give you a bit more about it. And then proceed, which will just accept it because you know what you're doing. Then if you once again click here, you can see they are now selected. And you can now make the world as if it was normal. This will now give us 1.20 things and also 119.3 and obviously prior versions. So we are now inside of a new world, and as you can see, just by opening the creative inventory, things are different within the creative inventory. You can see that things are more organized within materials. There is now a whole new section for spawn eggs, which is actually really good. There is a new category called crafting, which looks like it is enchantment books and some random items. There is consumables, which is food and potions. Combat, which are things that can be used in combat. There are tools, which obviously are things that have a tool type use. Boats, also that raft looks really good. And then there is obviously redstone steel. There is functional blocks, which are blocks that have an actual function within the game. You can see them all right here. There is then natural blocks, which I'm guessing the blocks that just appear in natural Minecraft generation. There is then building blocks, which are blocks that have a use within building. Now, some things appear in more than one creative tab. As you can see right here, redstone is there. And I'm pretty sure redstone was also in this tab. Yes, as you can see right there as well. So there are some things that have more than one use. And then when you actually look at this whole thing, you can see that things are a lot more organized, which I really like because it just adds so much. It's so much easier to find things, especially with this new creative spawn egg tab. So let's first of all look at bamboo. So if we just type in bamboo, you can see there is a lot related to bamboo. There is obviously all these new blocks, which we can quickly just grab. So here is the new bamboo block, and you can also hear the sounds for it. Let's actually turn up sounds for pretty much everything, so it's easier for you guys to hear what's going on. So this is the bamboo block, and it looks pretty cool, which you then have the, obviously, what is this? This is the mosaic version of the bamboo. I'm not going to place down all the slabs and stairs, because obviously you know what they look like. They're just the version of this, just in slabs and stairs. But the door actually looks really good. I like that it's once again a unique texture to just the door. Let's quickly see what the trapdoor looks like. Once again, it's a unique texture, which I like. They haven't just copied a texture over. We then obviously have buttons and pressure plates, which these are taken from the wood texture, not the mosaic texture. We then have signs, which they look kind of cool. Oh, wow. I really like that. And then obviously we have hanging signs, which, as you can see right there, that's obviously on the side of a block. You can't hang them from leaves, which is obviously something to note, but you can hang them like that. And as you can see, it hangs. So here are all 3 states for the hanging sign. And one thing I've just noticed, it's interesting that there's a bamboo version of the hanging sign due to bamboo not having a stripped log. That's interesting because all the other signs, if I quickly just type in sign, all of these, they actually use the oak sign texture, which is something that might be a bit misleading, because if you place it down, yeah, as you can see, it's not the same texture as oak signs or the sign version. So maybe that could be changed. So let's quickly just go and place down this raft so we can see obviously what the raft looks like. The actual item in the inventory looks more like a carpet than a raft. Upon placing it, as you can see, it looks like that, with obviously a different unique texture. And then you have the one with the chest on it. I don't like that the chest is right at the back of it. That might be just so the player can fit on it. But yeah, that's weird how the chest is like right at the very back pixel. So these work exactly like chest boats and boats. They can have 2 players on them, I believe. Let's quickly just get maybe a cow. Let's see how a mob looks inside of them. Yeah, as you can see, a cow or a mob would stand on it, and then you get on it would shift it to the side. So it works exactly the same as boats, but just with a different unique model. So here are all the versions of a hanging sign. If I quickly just place them all down, you can see them all. They are all obviously the stripped version, apart from the bamboo, which I think is weird. I like that it has a hanging sign version, but it's weird how it does, because obviously it's different to the rest. Another note, these do stack to 16, just like normal signs. But as you can see, there are all the versions, which they all look really awesome. And obviously you can hang them from each other. So if I quickly just put one underneath like that, as you can see, it hangs. And you can obviously tilt them at the 16-degree angle like you can with signs. Now, the bookshelves. Chiseled bookshelves, as you can see, is right here. The texture on them is really cool. I love the texture. And then if we quickly just grab some books, let's grab a book and quill, and then let's just grab some random enchantment books. So as you can see, upon right-clicking it, the texture will change, and you can't put them in a random texture. Like if I click down here, it won't put one in the middle there. It does it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is kind of annoying. As you can see, I'm clicking like in the bottom, and it's just filling it up from the top there to the bottom there. Another thing to note, the texture is always the same, or the color of the book is always the same. As you can see, all 3 of these, they are always blue, green, purple, pink, whatever color that is, and then blue. So you can't, there's no like variation to it. And also trying to place them on top is it's not something you can do. It's removing the books. So you have to actually crouch and place more on top of them. But another thing, as you can see, you can actually put comparators behind them, which that's interesting because these ones all have a signal. I'm guessing that's because they've had a book in them at some point. Because if I now put a book in that, and then I take that book out, yeah, as you can see, the redstone signal stays. I don't know how long it stays for, but it does seem to stay in it, which is interesting. Well, while we leave this to obviously get around that, let's quickly just cover some crafting recipes. So, if I quickly just place down a crafting table, and I quickly just give myself all recipes, which you can do just by doing this, and then it's just like the squiggly star, and that should give me all recipes. So now if I open up this book and type in hanging signs, you will see that they are all actually grouped together, which is something interesting to note. And here is how you craft them. It's 6 logs, or 6 stripped logs with 2 chains above, and you get 6 signs. With bamboo, it's literally just bamboo planks. I don't know if that's a bug or not, but you only get 2 bamboo ones with a bamboo. The rest you get 6. I'm guessing that's because it's using a plank rather than the log. Then the bookcase is, as you can see, crafted like so. It's crafted 6 planks with 3 slabs of any wood type. It don't have to be oak or birch. It can be anything. Can it be bamboo? that is something, it can be bamboo. Okay, so bamboo looks like it is just like random now. It's classed as a plank. And then if I quickly just type in bamboo, you can see bamboo plank is 4 bamboo like that. The mosaic block is 2 bamboo slabs, and then obviously everything else is normal. That's shown up, okay, that's because it was birch. The bamboo boat is just like so, and everything else is exactly the same, just using bamboo instead of obviously the equivalent plank before. Now, the camel. As you can see, the camel is right here. Its animations are really cool. You can actually get on it, and you don't need a saddle. But I can't obviously control it without a saddle. One thing to note, it didn't actually tame it. It instantly let me on the camel, and I could instantly put a saddle on it. So that is interesting. Now, does it only require 1 saddle? It does. You don't need 2 saddles for 2 different players. 1 saddle will let 2 players on it. But as you can see, it is very slow. I think it increases speed the more you walk on flat land. So the hurting sound is okay, and then the death sound is just like that. The camel spawn egg also does look interesting, but okay, it seems like when you actually put a saddle on it, they go a bit faster. Now, dashing. As you can see, what's happened here? Okay, it's because I'm in the leaves, I think. So dashing, you dash by clicking space, but it don't seem like actually you can jump. Ah, okay. So as you can see, dashing is like horses jump. You have to wait for it to charge up. So as you can see, it charging up right there, and then it dashes, which is really cool. And once that goes purple, as you can see right there, it's purple. You can't dash until it goes back to normal. So as you can see, I'm spamming space and nothing is happening until it goes back to the blue texture. So you can walk across most lakes with the camel, which is interesting. Let's now quickly just breed these 2 camels and see what the baby camel looks like. You look really funny laying down when I can see the bottom of it. Now, this is a baby camel. As you can see, they're all laying down as that one stands up. So you can't put a saddle on this one. And obviously you can't ride the baby, which makes total sense. But anyway, that is where I'm going to end this video. If you did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe. Don't forget, I will be streaming on my channel as soon as this video goes live. So come and join the live stream to see what we find. And we'll be messing with the features a little bit more. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.